A final like this was supposed to be a coronation. One last game on football's biggest stage. One last chance to lift the World Cup. One perfect closing image for a career that already looked impossible. Instead, Lionel Messi stood in the middle of the stadium with his head down while Spain celebrated. 1-0, an extra-time winner. The title gone. No fairy tale ending. And that is exactly where the real story begins. Messi lost the final, but he did not lose his greatness. He did not score against Spain. He did not rescue Argentina with one last miracle. He did not win the Golden Boot. He did not receive FIFA's award for the tournament's best player. But at 39 years old, he did something almost stranger. He made the entire world expect the impossible from him again. He played this World Cup as if time had made a mistake. 8 goals, 4 assists, 12 direct goal contributions, and another final reached through a series of matches in which Argentina kept walking to the edge and somehow refusing to fall. A final defeat usually becomes the last word. For Messi, it became the last piece of evidence. This tournament did not complete his legend with another trophy. It proved that his legend no longer depended on one. To be precise, Messi has not announced his retirement from Argentina, but he is ruled out playing in a 7th World Cup. Not arrive for a farewell ceremony. He did not come for a respectful 10-minute cameo or a collection of sentimental photographs. He came to defend the title and somehow became the center of the tournament all over again. There were real doubts before it began. Messi arrived after dealing with physical discomfort at Inter Miami. He was 38 and would turn 39 during the group stage. At that age, great players normally exist in the past tense. They live in highlight reels. Young stars are compared to them. Television panels argue about where they belong in history. Then Messi walked out against Algeria and destroyed the idea that he had come to live inside his memories. It was his 200th senior appearance for Argentina, exactly 20 years after his World Cup debut. He scored 3 times. The first came from a familiar turn, acceleration, and finish that the goalkeeper understood too late. The second was a Predator's goal, Messi reacting first to a rebound. The third was curled home from outside the box with the calm of a man finishing a training drill rather than rewriting history. That hat trick moved him level with Miroslav Klose's World Cup scoring record. 20 years separated the teenage substitute from the night he caught the tournament's greatest goal scorer. If you enjoy football stories that reveal the character behind the statistics, you can subscribe. This channel is about moments like these, the moments that explain how a brilliant player becomes something closer to a myth. Then came something even more revealing. Against Austria, Messi missed an early penalty. It was the perfect moment for age to finally defeat him. The legs were older. The pressure was enormous. History was beginning to push back. Messi answered with 2 goals. He placed the first into the bottom corner, then finished the match in stoppage time. He moved beyond Klose and for a few weeks stood alone as the World Cup's all-time leading scorer. He missed from the spot and still turned the night into his own record. Even his mistakes could no longer stop the story. With first place already secure, Lionel Scaloni rested Messi against Jordan and changed almost the entire team. The captain entered for the final stretch with Argentina already and scored in a 7th consecutive World Cup match. 6 goals in the group stage, 3 wins, first place. Argentina appeared to be moving through the tournament too easily. But a true last dance is never that simple. Cabo Verde refused to become background scenery in the round of 32. Argentina went ahead twice, and twice the newcomers came back. The match stretched into extra time and became a 2-hour test of nerve. Messi scored his 20th World Cup goal, lifting the ball over the goalkeeper after a precise pass behind the defense. When the score was level again, it was his corner that caused the chaos leading to the decisive own goal. Argentina survived 3-2 after 120 minutes. The comfortable road had disappeared. Every step from this point would have to be taken by force. Another penalty, his second failure from the spot at the tournament. Fewer than 12 minutes remained. For almost any other 39-year-old, this would have looked like a cruel but logical ending. Romero headed home from the captain's delivery. Then Messi attacked the box and drove in his 8th goal of the tournament to make it 2-2. He had now scored in 9 consecutive World Cup matches, a streak that had never existed before. Enzo Fernandez completed the comeback in stoppage time. 3 goals in the final 11 minutes and added time. 3-2. Argentina survived. And the most important part was not simply that Messi became the hero again. It was that he remained the hero after his own mistake. This World Cup did not show us a perfect Messi. He missed 2 penalties. He sometimes drifted out of the match. Defenders could crowd him. He needed pauses, while younger teammates covered enormous distances around him. That is precisely why the tournament felt so extraordinary. This was not a magician whose body had suddenly become young again. This was an aging genius learning to decide matches with fewer movements. He could no longer own every minute, so he learned to own the decisive seconds. His record scoring run ended against Switzerland, so Messi found another way to shape the game. McAllister headed in his early corner. Switzerland equalized, went down to 10 men, and still dragged Argentina into extra time. Once again, the champions were stuck. Julian Alvarez finally broke through in the 112th minute, and Lautaro Martinez added a 3rd before the whistle. Messi did not score, but his pass had opened the match. Greatness is not repeating the same trick forever. It is changing the way you win when the old way is no longer available. The semi-final against England became the clearest proof of all. 55 minutes gone, and Anthony Gordon put England ahead. The clock kept moving. England dropped deeper. Argentina pushed, but the ball would not go in. With 5 minutes remaining, Messi's final World Cup was beginning to disappear in front of him. Then he received the ball from a short corner and rolled it back to Enzo Fernandez. 1-1. Minutes later, McAllister struck the post and the attack seemed finished, but Messi recovered the ball and crossed with his right foot toward the far post. Lautaro buried it. 2-1. 2 late Messi assists in a World Cup semi-final. At 39, he reopened the door to the final just as it was about to slam shut. That match explains the entire tournament. A younger Messi could tear open the field with a run. The Messi of 2026 tore open time. He waited. He read the game. He conserved his movements. Then he found the pass nobody else had seen. Against England, he did not need to score. He needed 2 correct decisions, and an entire nation was in another World Cup final. But the fairy tale refused to give him a perfect ending. Spain were the better side in the final. That has to be admitted without excuses. They controlled the ball, closed the space around Messi, and prevented Argentina from recording a single attempt until extra time. Enzo Fernandez received a 2nd yellow card at the end of normal time. Argentina were reduced to 10. Ferran Torres scored in the 106th minute. Messi could not find the final pass. He could not create the final miracle. This was not a great final from him. But one quiet final cannot erase a great World Cup. 8 goals and 4 assists do not disappear because one scoreboard showed 0. The hat trick in his 200th international appearance still happened. The comeback from 2-0 still happened. The 2 late semi-final assists still happened. A 39-year-old man should not have to defeat time every single night before we admit that what he already did was impossible. Mbappe eventually scored 10 goals and took the Golden Boot. Rodri received FIFA's Golden Ball. Spain lifted the World Cup. Even the career scoring record Messi had broken during the tournament was taken by Mbappe in the 3rd-place match. If you look only at trophies in first place, the final weekend appeared to take everything away from Messi. But football does not only remember the man who collected the award. Sometimes it remembers the man who changed the scale of what anyone believed was possible. Messi arrived at his first World Cup as a teenager in 2006. In 2014, he reached the final and lost to Germany in extra time. After more heartbreak with Argentina, he once said he could not continue. Then he came back. He won the Copa America. He lifted the World Cup in 2022. He became champion of South America again, and 20 years after his debut, he walked onto the field in his 3rd World Cup final and became the oldest outfield player ever to appear in that match. After this tournament, Messi held the records for 34 World Cup appearances and 23 victories, along with 21 goals and 10 knockout stage assists. He owns 8 Ballon d'Or, 4 Champions Leagues, 10 La Liga titles, a World Cup, and 2 Copa Americas. Yet even that list fails to explain him. Numbers tell us how much he won. They do not explain why, 20 years after his debut, an entire stadium still held its breath whenever the ball reached his left foot. Messi did not walk away undefeated. That would have been too easy. He walked away as a man who could finally be stopped, but could no longer be made smaller. He lost the final, but left behind a tournament almost nobody his age had any right to produce. He lost the trophy, but not his place above the era. He did not get the perfect final photograph because his greatness stopped fitting inside one photograph a long time ago. One day, there will be a World Cup without Lionel Messi. There will be no slow walk between the lines, no pause before the pass, no feeling that one small man can see the match several seconds before everyone else. Only then will we fully understand how impossibly long this lasted. Messi did not win everything in his last dance. He did something more important. He proved he no longer needed to win everything to remain the greatest. Messi lost, but he walked away a legend.